YouTube. What's going on? Appreciate y'all watching the videos, man. I'm live. We got 5 people up in here. What's going on? Time to join the other side. Jared Williams, what's going on? I don't know why this thing say poor connection when I got full bars. It don't make no sense. Jimmy, what's going on? Appreciate y'all watching my videos, man. Hey, man. I thought I'd do this live real quick. I don't do too many lives. Everybody doing live broadcasts and stuff, so I thought I'd do a live real quick. Give y'all some FaceTime. What's poppin'? Bruce, Roger, what's going on? Getting your own authority? Yeah, that's what I hear, man. That's what I hear. Like, getting your own authority, man. When you get your own authority, everything changes. Like, you no longer chase freight. Freight chase you, so to speak. You just wait for your phone to ring. Them brokers be blowing your phone up. Hey, man, I got a load, paying $1,500. Hey, $2,500, $3,500, $1,200, $2,200. You want a load, man? Come on, I got a load. You know what I mean? But when you leased on to a carrier like Snyder, like, you gotta chase freight. You know what I mean? You gotta chase freight all across the country and stuff. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm thinking about getting my authority. I'm really thinking about getting my authority. Cause I know 3 homeboys that I know got their own authority, and they all say it's the best decision. I'm getting Texas. Hold on, let me turn this volume down. But yeah, man, spend about $700 to $800 a week on fuel. I think you're trying to say fuel. $700 to $800 a week on fuel. I'm home 6 days a week. Still bring 4 to 6K a week. Yeah, that's what I said, man. About 5, 6, 7,000 a week, man. Because living in Atlanta, Georgia is like the trucking mecca of the South. And if you got a truck and trailer, you got your own authority, you got your own truck and trailer, you can run loads, like, you can run one load going about 200-300 miles paying $700-800. Paying about $700-800, and you can gross 5K a week. You gross 5K a week, right? And you can be home every day. Yeah, $700-800 a week. So Jared Williams, man, know, Gerald, man, I'm gonna need to talk to you, man. I've been I've been in it for 10 years and kicked myself for not doing this 10 years ago. Turn the volume up. Turn the volume up. Gerald, man, I'm gonna have to talk to you, man. Yeah, I'm gonna have to talk to you, man. Hey, Gerald, man, send me your phone number. jhtrucking45@gmail.com. I'm gonna have to talk to you, man. You in Alpharetta? Yeah, I'm gonna have to talk to you, man, because I want to get my authority, but I don't know if Snyder would let me. Yeah, jhtrucking45@gmail.com. Send me your phone number, man. I need to talk to you. I don't know if Snyder gonna let me take this truck under my own authority, and I'm gonna have to talk to Snyder. I'm gonna have to talk to the big wigs at Snyder Finance and see if they'll let me run this truck under my own authority, because I can go apply for my authority, and I got the money for the insurance. I can drop the 13, maybe I can drop the 1,500, 13, 14, 1,500 down for the insurance, get the base plates, and I'll be good, because I'm trying to make this thing official out here. Yeah. Yeah, man. So what y'all been up to, man? I turned this live on, man, and I ain't really have nothing to say. I just thought I'd turn it on because I ain't been making no videos lately, and I'm sure y'all got some questions about trucking, getting a trailer, and getting a truck, and if you want to come over to Snyder. I know a lot of y'all hear me talking about I'm leaving Snyder, right? I'm not leaving Snyder just yet, but I'm working on it. And I wanted to make sure I can secure a trailer. That's when you think about getting out here, you gotta get out here and make sure you can secure a trailer, because a trailer is very hard to come by, and you want to make sure you can get a trailer. I recommend, like, I was thinking about getting a used trailer, but I just went ahead and applied for financing, go ahead and get a brand new trailer, because when you got a fresh DOT number, you don't want to get no citations, you don't want to get nothing on your CSA score for the first year. So you want to have the best equipment you can get. So I figured I'd just go ahead and get a brand new trailer. I don't have to worry about it. The brand new trailer's got a 10-year warranty on it. I can haul all the freight that I want for $650 a month. You can't beat that. No money down. You can't beat that. Like, I know one of my homeboys, he went and bought a used trailer for $10,000, and he telling me all this stuff wrong with the damn trailer. And he telling me he's scared the trailer gonna fall apart because he pulled a real heavy paper load last week, and it looked like the trailer bowing in the middle of it. So I was like, see, that's what you get, you buying these used trailers, man. You should have just went and got you a brand new fucking trailer. You don't have to worry about it no more. Most of the time in those contracts, they will only let you use truck. But anyway, yeah, Gerald, man, just send me your phone number, man, and I got some questions to ask you, man. That's what I'm talking about. I know Lowe's paying $1,000 to 200 because I look at the Lowe boards all the time. I go on the Lowe boards. I be looking at them because I kind of compare the Lowe's to Snyder's Lowe boards. I mean, like I look at the Lowe's on Snyder's board, it'll be the same customer. Because when I look at Snyder's board, it'll have the same city, and in a certain city, it's only 1 or 2 customers in that same city. It'll be the same fucking Lowe's. It'd be on like a public Lowe board paying double, triple the money. And I'm like, damn, I need to go get my authority. You know what I'm saying? So, I already know. I've been in this business 10 years. I've been trying to get a truck and trailer for a long time. And finally, I'm right here at the cusp of getting a truck and trailer. So I'm right here. Yeah, man, if you live in Indianapolis, man, it's a no-brainer to go to Snyder because the Midwest is Snyder's stomping ground. If you live in the Midwest, Illinois, Wisconsin, Indiana, Ohio, Iowa, Missouri, all that freight lane up in there, I-55, I-80, I-24, all of that up in there, man, you make money all day long up in there because that's Snyder's stomping ground, okay? Building business credit, I got one reporting. Let me see. It's a lot of vendors you can get accounts with, man. You can just Google them. All you got to do is Google Net 30 accounts, and all these companies that's got Net 30 accounts, they'll come up. And what you're looking for is when you got a fresh business, you really don't want to apply for no credit cards in the first 6 months. I say in the first 6 months, do not apply for no credit cards. None. Unless you got a 700 credit score or better. If you got a 700 credit score or better, I would say apply for one credit card, and that's it. One business credit card, and that's it. And that's American Express. Other than that, don't apply for no credit cards. What you want to do is you want to apply for a vendor account, a 30-day vendor account. Now, if you're in trucking, you already drive a truck, I recommend getting a fuel card. Let me see. Here's one of my fuel cards right here. Y'all see it? Wix. It's Wix. Yeah, I recommend you getting a fuel card because the fuel cards, yeah, Uline, Granger, let's see, Uline, Granger, who else? Quail. Quail is another one. I mean, it's a bunch of them out there, man. All you gotta do is just Google Net 30 accounts. You can do Net. They got Net 14 accounts, Net 7 accounts, Net 60 accounts, Net 90 accounts. They come in all shape and forms. But the most popular is a Net 30 account. Just Google, you know. It's easy to Google. And if you're in trucking, I would try to find vendor accounts for, you know, everyday use, so you can actually use the accounts. Like a Granger account, if you in trucking, like a Granger account is perfect. You know what I'm saying? So like Granger, you can buy supplies for your truck. Like I bought some windshield wipers. I bought some oil. I bought gloves. You can buy all kind of stuff from Granger. Granger's basically like Home Depot. Granger's an industrial supply company. So you can buy all kind of stuff for your truck with Granger. It's a very useful account. You don't want to get an Office Max account because you ain't gonna buy nothing out of there. Like I have an Office Depot account, and I rarely buy anything on it. I might buy some pens. I might buy some paper, but some notebooks or something like that. But you're not gonna go in there and spend $500 worth of stuff. Like with Granger, I say I'll spend maybe $200 worth of stuff on the regular, just because those are things that I need for the truck anyway. So it makes sense to get a Granger account. See if you can get a tire account, a Michelin account, a Goodyear account. They probably gonna want you to spend a certain amount of money in a certain amount of time, but I would try to get it. I think a Goodyear account, try to get you a Goodyear account to where you can get your truck fixed on credit. Try to get you a 30-day account with Freightliner, or you know, if you got a Kenworth, try to get your account with Kenworth. You know, where you can pay, you know, pay your bill over time. So if you have your truck worked on and the bill $5,000, you need 30 days to pay that $5,000. So that bill can report on your credit. That's a very useful account if you're in trucking. All these companies out here got 30-day, 60-day accounts. You know, these are very useful accounts. Don't go out there and get no net 30 account on something that you ain't gonna never use. You just ain't gonna use it. Like a Uline account. A Uline account, you're not gonna use that stuff. You know what I mean? Boxes and stuff. I don't really use my Uline account. So, but yeah, I just get out there and just try to find supply companies or companies that's around trucking that you can really use, so that way you get some real use out of the services, and then you're not just buying stuff just to be buying stuff. You know what I mean? What's up, Dre, man? I'm up here running my mouth, man. Yeah, it does make sense. Yeah, Gerald, man, I'll call you later, man. I be driving at night, so I don't know what you're gonna be doing, but I hit you up. I be driving at night, so I'm actually about to go to bed in a little while. But I thought I'd make a video, live for y'all, because I know y'all, the subscribers, they want to see my face and stuff, so I thought I'd give y'all some FaceTime. I'm sitting up here talking to Gerald. I'm reading Gerald's messages, man. I'm thinking about going ahead and activating my authority. Shoot. Because I applied for my authority. I just didn't submit the application. I just didn't submit the application. But all I got to do is hit submit. I should just go ahead and do it, because I got the trailer, and I'm working with Snyder Finance to get my plates and stuff, so never know, man. Just hit the ground running, just hit the ground running. Oh man, everybody watching my videos. The Wright brother, man, what's going on, Wright brother, man? TRB, you all right? TRB, man, send me your phone number, man. JH Trucking 45. I need to talk to you, man. need to talk to you. jhtrucking45@gmail.com. How's the real estate coming? It's coming on pretty good, man. I'm looking to get a tenant in one of my rentals here just a little while. She dragging her feet. I think she probably don't have the deposit money, but I'm willing. I got a tenant. I think I got a tenant. I think she's a good tenant. She's a nurse. She works. She's an RN nurse, and I'm waiting for her to fill out the application so I can look at her credit and see if I think she's a good fit for my rental property. So, do you use Section 8? I was on the fence about Section 8 because I heard, I know a couple people who have rental properties and they take Section 8 tenants and they say the money is good, but then again, like me personally, look, see, here's the deal. I grew up in the hood. I was on Section 8 when I was a young. Growing up in the hood, my mama, she was on Section 8. And I don't want to seem like a jerk, like I'm selling out or something, but here's the deal. I grew up in the hood, and I know how some people are. And right now, I don't know. Like, I just don't feel like I'm ready to deal with that kind of a tenant right now. Like, maybe when I get some more rentals and I can handle that kind of risk, because you got that kind of tenant, you got to make sure that this kind of tenant is got something to lose. You know what I'm saying? If you got a Section 8 tenant and they can't afford $800 a month in rent, $700 of rent, like, what do they got to lose? They gonna tear your place apart. You know what I'm saying? And what I understand about Section 8, it's very hard to evict these people because, for one, they don't have nothing to lose, and then you dealing with a government agency, and it's hard to evict these kind of people because you got to go through a government agency. It's very hard to evict these people. Like, you got to have all your ducks in a row. Now, just a regular tenant, you just go to the courthouse, do the $500 filing fee, the sheriff comes out, serve the notice, you get out. You know what I'm saying? But like Section 8 tenants, I'd rather deal with somebody that's responsible, got a job, they got something to lose. And if they put their $800 deposit on my rental, I want them to have some skin in the game, so to speak. Because I'm a business person and I need them to make their rent because I have some debt on this property and I need them to pay this debt off. So at this point, like, when I get the property paid for, when I get some more properties and I get some paid for and they all be paid for debt free, then I'll look at maybe taking that risk. But right now, I don't think I can handle that kind of risk dealing with that kind of tenant. So that's my opinion on that. HUD homes, yeah, HUD homes popping everywhere, man. Just go on HUDstore.com. Just Google HUDstore.com. Any city in America got houses below market value, man, like 20, 30, 40,000. You can scoop them things up. You know, you can do a cash deal on the spot and scoop them houses up easy. But like right now, like, I ran out of cash, so I'm kind of at a standstill. I can't do nothing else. I'm trying to do this trucking shit, and I got rental properties, and like all my cash is it's tied up in all this stuff. So I have to get out here in truck, get my authority, get my cash up, then try to do some more stuff. But right now I'm just at a standstill. I can't do no more. Section 8 housing choice vouchers, really no difference. Your answer about tenant is wrong. Well, that's just my opinion. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but that's just my opinion. And I mean, it's just my opinion, and like that's my perspective from like I'm part of a real estate. I'm part of a real estate group, so I know people who got 10, 20, 30, 40 properties, and they've been doing this for 20 years. Now, I'm new to the game, so I'm talking to these people, and that's what they tell me. They tell me to be careful. It's kind of just like trucking. Like, I know guys in trucking, they be like, yeah, man, you can get your authority, but here's some things you want to think about. So I know people in real estate, so I'm like, when I ask them questions and stuff, I ask them questions, and that's what they tell me. That's like, yeah, you can take a Section 8 tenant, but here's some things to think about. And then after talking to 3, 4, 5 different people, I formulate my opinion. It's not experience, but after talking to these people, these are experienced real estate people, and I formulate my opinion based on that. So it's an educated kind of opinion. So based on talking to these experienced people, not just saying Section 8 people are bad, it's just that I'm not ready. I don't feel like I'm ready to handle that kind of risk, because that type of tenant is a risky tenant. And say that tenant just decides to not pay, or whatever the case may be. It's just, like, I have Section 8 people in my family. Like, I know how these kind of people are. They don't care. You know what I mean? So not all Section 8 people are like that, but it's a risk. I'd rather deal with a tenant that's got a job, that's got some skin in the game. So that's just my opinion. Maybe later on, when I got more properties, then I'll consider doing Section 8. Because this lady that I talked to, she's got like 10 properties, right? She's got like 10 properties, and she was telling me, like, she was kind of on the fence about it, just because all the stuff she had to deal with a previous tenant that was Section 8. Like, that tenant basically tore her damn rental property up. You know what I'm saying? She had to spend like $3,000 to get that rental back running. You know what I'm saying? And that came out of her pocket, because when that tenant left, they didn't have no skin in the game. So to have that steady money is kind of a fallacy. It's a false security. If you're looking at getting a voucher from the government, well, what's the difference between somebody who's got a good job that can pay their rent? You know what I'm saying? Like, that kind of. Yeah, I want my property taken care of. Like, I interviewed this lady, and she's a nurse at a hospital, and she works at a hospital, and she's an RN nurse, and we know RNs make pretty decent money. I don't know exactly how much, because she didn't tell me just yet. I didn't look at her personal information just yet, but like, she seems like a nice lady, and how she was talking, like, she seemed like she'd take care of my property. So I'm like, she seems like somebody I wouldn't mind renting my place to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want somebody that's chilling and that just don't care. You know what I mean? But not all Section 8 tenants are like that. So it's how you screen a tenant. I know that. So it's depending on how you screen your tenant. You can get a good Section 8 tenant. There's some good Section 8 tenants that treat your place just like anybody else. So it just depends on how you screen the tenant. Yeah. Yeah, they'll be banned. Yeah, they'll be banned from the program. But it's a process. Like you gotta you dealing with the government, so it's like you gotta prove your case, and so it's like it's like um everybody know when you dealing with the government, it's just something I just don't want to deal with. At this point, I would love to have Section 8 tenant, but not at this point, because I don't have a whole lot. I don't have a whole lot of properties. So like when I get like 4, 5, 6, 10 properties, and then if I want to rent 2 or 3 of them to Section 8, cool. But I don't have that many. So at this point, have you ran into some of those rental scams? Nah, not just yet. I'm fairly new in the game, so I mean, time will tell. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right. When you don't know what the fuck you're doing, that is a lot. I mean, I can tell you the truth. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm learning as I go, but I'm not letting the fear of not knowing get in my way. So life is a learning experience. I'm enjoying life. I'm trying some new things out, and I'm trying to get my authority, getting a trailer, and I'm dibbling dabbling in some real estate stuff. Like, this is very uncomfortable for me to just step out here and just be doing all this stuff. But at the same time, I'm trying and see what happens. Oh yeah, man, Snyder. If you coming from a company driver, man, I would say this is the best program for you. I know a lot of y'all see me want to leave and stuff, but me personally, my spirit, I feel like I've hit a ceiling at Snyder. And I feel like I need to spread my wings and get up from up under this big company, because with Snyder, you only can go so far. You only can go so far. And you always gonna be under their rule. They telling you how much the low's gonna pay. They telling you this, and that. They have a lot of control. You got a little bit more control than a company driver, but you don't have that much control. But if I go and get my own authority, I can do whatever I want to do. I can do whatever I want to do. Nobody can tell me. I can set my own rates. I can tell a broker, hey, 2,500 for this load that go 100 miles. Take it or leave it. You know what I mean? I can give them the finger. I can do what I want to do. And over here at Snyder, there's just a little bit too much hand holding over here. But if you coming from a company driver and you want to get yourself into a truck and work up to get your authority, work up to a Travel Loco, work up to Landstar, work up to Mercer or something like that, it's a stepping stone. So to be able to get into a truck with no money down, yeah, come on over here, man. Snyder's great. It's great. Even for if you a guy out there looking for a second chance, if you had a truck in the past and you didn't make it and you want to try it again, you went bankrupt, whatever the case may be, you want to try it again, yeah, come on over to Snyder. This is a good place to start over, and so don't mistake that, since I'm talking about leaving, that Snyder is bad. Nah, man, I have nothing but good things to say about Snyder. I would say Snyder is 90% good and 10% bad. And a lot of the bad is just me personally. It's just a lot of little things that bother me, and it's hurting my spirit, and I feel like I gotta leave because I've hit this ceiling where I feel like I'm in a cage, and I want 2 trucks, I want 3 trucks, I want 4 trucks, and Snyder ain't gonna get that to me. I want Like I went to this dealer, I got approved for a trailer with no money down. That tells me my credit is good enough to where if I land the right customer, I land the right broker, I land the right lane, I can throw 5 trucks on the road just like that. Yep, that's what that's telling me. I say 5 to 10 years out, I can see myself with a small fleet. But I can't do that at Snyder. Can't do that here. I want to build my own brand. Okay? I want my company name on the side of the truck, not Snyder's. I don't want to be pulling Snyder's customer freight. I want to be pulling my own customer freight. I negotiated the contract. I negotiated the rate to run this lane. That's what I want. I want to shake the hand of my customer in the face, and I want to negotiate that rate. Okay? I want that contract. I want it myself. Okay? That's what I want. I can't get that at Snyder. I'm pulling Snyder's customer freight. So that's why I want to leave. It doesn't necessarily have too much anything wrong with Snyder. You know, it's no big deal. It's just that I feel like I hit a proverbial ceiling, and my spirit, there's a limit in my spirit, and I feel like I gotta leave. So, but I'm working on it little by little. Yeah, written through the VA. Yeah, I heard a lot. You know, getting military contracts, government contracts, but eventually I get there. It just takes some time. Good live video. I ain't doing nothing, man. I'm just running my mouth. You know, I'm just running my mouth. It's like 30 years of life experience. That's all it is. You a lot of you guys that live in California, man, y'all need to get. I'm gonna be candid with you. You got to get the fuck out of California. Everybody knows California's got their own economy. California's got their own shit out there. Everything is fucking high out there. Okay, so if you live in California, move. That's all I can say. Because I can't imagine like the housing out there. Everything is just high out there. Like New York, all these big cities, man. Get the hell out of these cities, these big cities, and come to the South, man. You can buy houses for $20,000-$30,000, okay, all day long. Now, a lot of these houses, they won't be in the best shape, but a lot of these houses, they need a little bit of work. $5,000, like the rental property, like my rental property, I paid $34,000 for my rental property, okay. If you go back in my videos, I got some videos showing you my rental property. I paid $34,000 for that rental. Okay, if I wanted to sell it, I can get probably about $60,000, $70,000 for it. Okay, I can get about $60,000, $70,000 for it. I can rent it out anywhere between $850 to $900 a month. Okay, I put about $10,000 worth of work into it, and it was just paint. I just painted it, put some new appliances in there. I put a new air conditioner in there, and just a little bit of love and TLC. That's all I did. Nothing major. The roof was good. The foundation was good. It's not really nothing wrong with that property, and I got it for a steal, man. So, a lot of you guys that live in California, man, y'all need to get the hell out of California. That's all I can say. I mean, I know people who do deals in California. You just got to know how to do deals. Like you can buy a house in California that's $200,000 and make it work, because of the real estate up in California is like, okay, if you see a house and it appraises fixed up after repair value, like if you see a house that's 200,000 and the after repair value is the ARV is what, 500, you can make 300 grand off that property. You know what I'm saying? But you got to get the 200,000, the initial 200,000 up front. You know, you can use a hard money lender. You know, you can use some collateral or something like that. But places like that, it's very hard to get started. You know, like in Georgia, like you can find properties $15,000, $20,000, $30,000. They need a little bit of work, $5,000 to $10,000 worth of work, and you can fix that property up, and it'll appraise for, you can double your money, just a little bit of work. You know what I'm saying? So that's the properties I go for. I go for properties in that $30,000 range because the cap rate is so high. You know what I'm saying? You looking at the cap rate is just so high. You know what I'm saying? Like the return on investment is so high. Cause like if you find a property for 30,000 and you can double, almost triple your money, like that's golden. Because a lot of people, they're going around buying houses for 100,000 and renting them out for $800-900 a month. That ain't no money. You ain't making no money. That's not even a 1 cap. That's not even a 1% cap. Like, I would try to shoot for a 10% cap, okay? Like 5, 6, 7, 8% cap. And the way that you do that is you got to buy the property cheap up front. You know, 20, 25, 30,000. You can get 8, 9, 10% cap rate, easy. Let's see, who else? How things going? Y'all got me talking about real estate. Y'all got me talking about real estate. Y'all ain't asking no trucking questions. Love your videos and for really helping me build my family. Hey man, what y'all think about that mutual fund video? I got a lot of thumbs down on that video, making me think that y'all don't like the video. It's a great cap rate. Better give up that truck. Travel Loco. I was thinking about Travel Loco. Well, like, for example, if you see a house for 20,000 and in a situation like that, you got to think, okay, Giovanni, I'm talking to you, Giovanni, left G, Giovanni. If you see a property, you got to look at it like this. You got to get started, okay? If you see a property that's 20,000, don't try to make no money on it, okay? In a situation like that, if you see a property for 20,000 and you don't think you can get your 20,000 out of it, I would go ahead and buy that property, but I would buy it for cash flow. See, that property, that's a good cash flow property. And a property like that is a good candidate for rent. Because a property like that, you can rent it and make your money. You can get a better return on your money on rent. So it's just like $20,000 property, you put about $5,000 in it, you got $25,000 invested in it. Now, I don't know what the rents are in that area, but say the rent is $600 a month, $500-600 a month. $500-600 a month on a $25,000 property is damn good. you looking at you getting your money back in 2 years. I have that's way better than a mutual fund. I have never seen a mutual fund do a 50% of return in a year. Like that's pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you got $500 a month coming in on this property. Okay, that's 5,000. That's $6,000 a year. Okay, you got about that's about 30. That's about 30%. You getting 30% of your money back in 1 year. I don't know no mutual fund paying that good. Okay, you got to look at the rent. Sometimes if you looking to flip, sometimes if you do a flip, sometimes property's not good for flipping. But can you rent it? Sometimes if you rent it for about 2 or 3 years, then flip it, you can make some money. Sometimes you got to sit on it. So sometimes you just got to look at it different ways. So DMC, man, email me, jhtruckin45@gmail.com. Yeah, I have a handful of realtors that I have in my pocket. I mean, all these people are local. They're not in California. A lot of these people are local, so, but email me, man, and I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you. Yeah. But the thing is, Trap King, man, sometimes, like, you got to think like these big ass companies like Walmart, McDonald's, Snyder. Sometimes they buy assets just for a tax deduction. Okay? So if you see because I seen a house in Covington, Georgia. They wanted $25,000 for this property. Now, the property was beautiful. It had a big old yard. I think the yard was like an acre. The house was well maintained. It was an old I think it was a 1960s, 1950s property. It didn't have no central air. But the building structure was sound. Nothing wrong with this house. I was going to buy it. I was going to buy it. But with properties like that, you want to buy it just to acquire an asset, just to have it on your portfolio as a tax deduction. Even if you losing money on it, just buy it, because now you got some property. You got something to trade with. Maybe you can buy it and roll it over into another deal, because now you got the deed to it. You paid cash for it. Now you got the deed. Now you can use that property to get a $50,000 property. You can do a trade deal with somebody, okay? Or you can take that property and move up into a $100,000 property. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it's not as simple as just looking at that one deal. Sometimes you got to look at the bigger scope of using that one property to get to the next level. You know, you can use it as a tax deduction. You can do so you don't have to pay taxes on it. So what you can do is you can get I forgot. I think it's a 1036 exchange or something like that, where you can move a property assets into you can roll the assets into another property. I forgot what they call it. I think it's a 1036. I forgot. It's some kind of tax form. What you do is where you roll in properties, assets into another property. Some kind of exchange that you do in taxes, so you don't pay tax. So you don't pay taxes on real estate income. Because like you can buy a house, right, for cash, turn around and sell it, but you're gonna have to pay capital gains on it. Well, the way that you get around capital gains is you do I think it's a 203B, 1036 exchange or something like that. I forgot. But it's something like that. You can Google it. You figure out what I'm talking about. But so, Trap King, man, when we talking about looking at a property, you don't necessarily look at it like to make money on that particular property. Sometimes you can use that property to move up to the next one. So there are all different angles to do this thing. Yeah, tax. Yeah, tax. Yeah, courthouse sale. Yeah, yeah. There's some good places to buy properties. You can find a property with $10,000 worth of back taxes on it, and shoot, you got a nice piece of property there. Yeah, that's a good way. Um, Lefty Giovanni. I manage mine my own. Cause I don't have that many of them. I only have two, so I only have two of them. It's not worth spending. It's not worth spending $1,500 a year for a property manager when I only have two properties. It just don't make sense for me to do that. When like I got my if I get my tenants, yeah, 1031 exchange, yeah, that's what that is. So it doesn't make sense for me right now when I just got two to get a property manager. It's gonna cost me between the two. It's gonna cost me about $3,000 a year, and that's, to me, I can put that $3,000 something else, because to have a property manager, what are they gonna be doing? Collecting rent? I have a system for that. I can use PayPal. I can use Cozy. I can use. There are all kind of rent payment programs out there where tenants can pay you. You can do direct deposit. There's all kind of ways you can collect rent. I'm not gonna pay no property manager $1,500 a year to collect rent. That's stupid. It's just stupid. Now, if I got like 20 properties, yeah, I'm gonna need to bring a property manager in here because I can't oversee all 20 properties. But when I just got two, it just don't make sense. The like button. I mean, if y'all want to hit the like button, go ahead. But I mean, I don't care. So yeah, like that's just my opinion on it. And like with a property manager, I done looked at some of these contracts with these property management companies. Man, they take all your power away. I don't like that. They take a lot of your damn power away. Like if you read through the contract, it's like, yeah, you own the property, but they charge you a fee, and on top of that, it's like you got to do all this extra stuff. It's just like, why am I paying y'all? I can do it myself. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that hard. It's not that hard. So, like, I got a landscaping guy that cuts the grass. I got a program to collect rent. I got a maintenance guy. I know a guy that give me a good rate on fixing up stuff around the house. So like if I need something looked at, I just call him and say, hey man, can you go by this property? My tenant's saying something going wrong. All right, he go by there, boom boom boom. Go. So like it kind of. My bad, I got a phone call. How much does the average property manager charge? Anywhere from $100 a month to, I would say, somewhere around 7% of the rent, somewhere in there. Usually it's about a minimum of $100 a month. So, and a lot of these property managers, they require you to put a deposit. So it's like you got to put down first month's rent on your own property. It just don't make no sense to me. Like I've looked at a bunch of different property management companies. It just don't make sense to me. Buy more used trucks and pay a rookie 7,900 a week and stack all kinds of. No, I wouldn't do no drivers like that, man. I'm not that kind of dude. Like if I hire some drivers, I'm gonna pay them a decent wage. Like I'm down for having both sides of the table. I my heart tells me to do business properly. You know what I mean? I wouldn't do nobody like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, like if I got a lane that's paying 5,000 a week, and after expenses, okay, I'm making $3,000 a week on that lane. I would pay the driver half that. I would pay a driver 1,500 a week. I take 1,500, he take 1,500. I have no problem paying that driver half the profit. I have no problem doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't do nobody like that. 7,900 a week? No, I wouldn't do that. I would pay somebody a reasonable wage to do the job. Like I wouldn't do that. Buying a used truck. My thoughts on buying a used truck. Yeah, I would buy a used truck with 400,000 miles on it. My truck almost got 400,000 miles on it. My truck got 350,000 miles on it. The only thing is, like, if you're gonna buy a used truck, make sure you come with a warranty. Like, you could go buy a used truck and it got a warranty. A lot of these dealers got warranties, got dealer warranties at these dealers. They cover bumper to bumper. You know what I'm saying? So the main thing you want to consider is checking the truck out. That's what you want to do. When you looking at a used truck, take it to a mechanic and have them look at the truck. You know what I'm saying? As always, I recommend getting a used truck with an APU on it. With a tri-pack or diesel power APU. If it don't got an APU on it, suspect. Is suspect. Because if you get a truck with an APU on it, you know the idle hours on that truck is very low. They're not idling that truck. They're running the APU. So, if you're going to buy a used truck, make sure you buy one with an APU on it. Because you know that truck don't idle. And these new trucks, they're not designed to idle, man. I'm telling y'all. Don't go buying these trucks that don't have no APU on it. And you go to running and it's got DEF issues, regen issues and stuff like that. Because the exhaust system is getting all clogged up with the soot. That's what that is. Because guys are idling these trucks at night, 10, 11, 12 hours a day. They idling these trucks and it's just building up that carbon. And then you got to do a regen. So get an APU, man. Get a fucking APU. That's mandatory on these new trucks. You got to get an APU on these trucks. It's worth every last penny. Because either you gonna spend $10,000. If the truck don't come with an APU, if you get a fairly new truck and it don't come with an APU, you better invest as soon as you can in getting the APU on the street, because either you gonna pay the shop for dealing with all that DEF shit, or you gonna buy the APU. It's up to you. You're gonna spend the money, because these trucks are not designed to idle. I'm telling y'all, don't be idling these trucks. I'm telling y'all, but y'all got figured out on your own. What's the requirements of moving your truck? Snyder Finance don't require much. The carrier, when you're taking the truck, the carrier that you're moving to, they basically got to be a good stand-up company with a decent CSA score. And most companies out here are are good, and they got to meet the insurance requirements. You know, $1 million policy, and you got to get your base plates registered in all 48 states. That's what my finance rep told me. So it's not really much to it. I'm using Cozy. That's that's the company I use to collect my rent payments, and it does everything. It does the marketing, it does the advertising, and everything. It's free. You do the background checks, the credit reports, everything. It's Cozy, COZY.co. It's a good company. Um, for small independent landlords, it's perfect. Like if you're a small landlord that got 2, 3, 4, 5 properties, it's perfect because it's very simple, and it manages everything for you. Um, Collect rent, everything is cool. Like your tenants can pay through their checking account, credit card, whatever. Also, you can use PayPal. You can use PayPal to collect rent. You can set up invoicing and whatever to collect rent through PayPal. Um, I think TurboTax has got like a business invoicing program, so you can use that. It's all kind of programs out there, man. You can just Google some, but that's the one I use, Cozy. Yeah, I recommend that. DMC. Do I recommend trying to start a fleet under somebody else's authority? Yeah. If they'll let you do it, yeah. If that if that if that company lets you bring on multiple trucks under their authority, I would do it. Because as a first time fleet owner, you're gonna be dealing with a whole lot of stuff in the beginning. And I say for for 12 for 10 to 12, 15% of your revenue for them to take care of insurance, for them to take care of log books and all that back office stuff, like it's that 10, 15% will pay for itself because that's stuff you don't have to deal with. And just to get started, build a customer base, build your brand up, to get some relationship with some brokers, some customers, yeah, I would do that in the beginning. And then eventually, as you get one account, 2 accounts, 3 accounts, eventually just easily transition out there uh, um, to your own authority, to your own fleet, running your own trucks on your own authority. Yeah, I do. I would recommend that. Yeah, if you can help it, DMC man, if you can help it, if you can find some good, solid, used pre-emission trucks, I would do that. Some 2005s, some 2004 Centuries, some 2005s. I even recommend some Caterpillars. If you can find you some trucks with some Caterpillar C15s in them, those are some good, strong motors right there. The Caterpillar C15, um, even pre-emissions Cummins, any of them trucks with no DEF, no deparc deparculate filter, none of them trucks. Anything like 2005 or older, 2006 or older, yeah, I recommend that. If you can find one that's solid, the motor been rebuilt, yeah, I would do it. Shot City Trucker, man. Hey, man, what's going on, Shot City, man? I watch your videos, man. Man, it's crazy. I watch your videos, man. Hey, Shot City Trucker, man. Email me, man, at jhtrucking45 at gmail.com, man. You can email me. I can't believe Shot City Trucker, man, up in here, man. I watch your videos all the time, man. Let's see. Gotta go get this bread. Am I keeping Snyder's insurance? When I leave Snyder, I don't think you can take Snyder's insurance to somewhere else because you got to be under their DOT number. Um, so whatever company that you go to, that company has to be the certificate holder of on the insurance. So you can't take another carrier's insurance to somewhere else because that carrier is going to be the certificate holder on that insurance. So if something happens, you at another carrier, like it kind of don't make sense. So yeah, you can't keep another carrier's insurance running at another carrier. You have to get your own insurance or get that carrier's that you're running for their insurance. Because the insurance, the DOT number, all that stuff is connected. So you can't. But yeah, man. What business app do I use? Oh, you talking about for taxes and stuff? I use Jeffrey L's program. I use Trucking Pro. I use Trucking Pro by Frogline Software. It's a damn good program, man. I highly recommend it. Like it's a wonderful program. Like everything is, like it's specifically designed for drivers. Like before, I was using QuickBooks, and like with QuickBooks, it's a lot of fucking work with QuickBooks. Now QuickBooks is good, but you gotta set it up because it's not set up for cost per mile. You gotta set it up to where when you put your stuff in, where you can adjust it for cost a mile. You got to set it up. It's just a lot of work. With Trucking Pro, it's already set up for trucking. So scales, cost per mile, everything is itemized for trucking, and everything is in that trucking language. So all you got to do is put in the numbers. This load paid $520. It went from this city to that city. You spent this much of fuel. And it's going to print everything out. It's going to break everything down by cost per mile. Yeah, I use Trucking Pro, man. And for the money, it's no monthly fee. You just pay that one fee, and that's it. I paid $75 for mine because at the time, the guy, he sent me a promo code. I paid $75 for the program. And it's a great program, man. I highly recommend it. I mean, because the program allows you to grow as you get, like as your business grows. If you get 2 trucks, 3 trucks, 5 trucks, the program grows with you because it allows you to do multiple trucks. It allows you to track drivers. It allows you to track trailers, customers, brokers. You know what I'm saying? It allows you to track fuel cards. It's a very powerful program for the amount of money. For the money I paid for $75, I highly recommend it, man. Like, if you're a small fleet owner, or if you got 1 truck, it don't matter, man. That Trucking Pro is beautiful, man. Like, it's great. Because, like, you can pay, like, you can pay a company like, you can pay a company like, you know, a monthly fee, right? $20, $30, $40, $50, $100 a month. Or you can buy Trucking Pro and pay the one-time fee, and it's yours forever. And you can't beat that. You know what I'm saying? Like the guy, that guy can easily charge you monthly payments, but he don't. Like, he's got good tech support. You can email him. He responds back to you relatively fast, you know, within a day or two. I mean, he's just one guy, and like the service is pretty good. For financing for a 40K truck, can just Google. I mean, for sure. But I would think the best place to go is a dealer, man. From my experience, the best place to get truck financing is a dealer, because these dealers have relationships with these financing companies, and like you can go in there, fill out the credit application, and get no money down on the truck. You know what I mean? And like I know guys personally, they credit ain't the best credit in the world. And like I know guys personally who went to a dealership, a Freightliner, Kenworth dealership, walked in the door, picked out a truck, put in a credit application, no money down, okay? Just sign and drive, and they walked off with a $50,000 truck, no money down. So, yeah, I recommend going to a dealer, like, because, like, if you go to Freightliner, they use Chrysler Financial. They use Chrysler Truck Financial. So, a lot of these dealerships, they're using the manufacturer financing, because Chrysler Financial, they know their stuff. They know their own equipment. They're financing their own equipment. But like if you go through a credit union, Bank of America, they're gonna want you to put some money down on that truck, because to them, a lot of these banks don't want to touch trucking. To them, trucking is a high risk industry. So a lot of times you got to go to a lender that specializes in truck financing. So if you do go on Google, type in truck financing, and you will get companies that specialize in truck financing. And I recommend going to a truck dealer, because they have a handful of finance companies that they work with every day, and they can get you financed. So they're going to work hard to get you financed, and you're going to walk out the door with something. So that's why I recommend going to a truck dealer. I mean, you can go to Lone Mountain, you can go to Wholesale Truck and Finance, you can go to Arrow Truck Sales, you can go to, it's a lot of places you can go to, you know. MHC sell trucks, new and used trucks. On MHC, man, I seen a truck on there. They was selling a truck for $17,000. It was it was like a 2005 Century mid roof. They wanted $17,000 for this truck. Now the truck had 800,000 miles on it, but it's a good starter truck. It's a good starter truck. Like if you want to pull containers, you want to drive local and pull containers, I think that's a good starter truck. You can pay that truck off in a year. You can pay that truck off in 6 months. You know what I'm saying? It's a good starter truck to get you started in trucking. And then you can come back to MAC. They see you as a previous customer. You're bound to get you bound to upgrade to the next truck with no money down if you can't get no money down the first time. So it's just like, sometimes you just, yeah. But anyway, my whole deal is just try to go to a truck dealer, man. That's what I say. KLM. KLM. I never been over there. I never been over there. I don't know too much about KLM, but my whole thing is I wouldn't lease a truck. If you can't book your own loads, I wouldn't lease no truck. I just wouldn't do it, because you have no leverage, and you got this truck note over your head. You don't have no control, and you have no leverage. The leverage is the control. You know what I'm saying? So you want to have some type of control, because you already giving away your control signing that lease. You handcuffed to this damn truck. So you want to at least be able to book your own loads. But I mean, for some people, booking your own loads ain't for everybody. So if you're comfortable with just being dispatched and just being told where to go and running real hard, yeah, KLM. I know people who do very well at KLM, making 2 grand plus a week running hard. You know, you got to run the shit out that truck because you're only making 80, 90 cents a mile. You got to run the shit out that motherfucking truck. So, yeah, I mean, if you're not booking your own loads, I wouldn't do it. Yeah, my truck is in my business name. My lease with Snyder, all my business lease and stuff like that is all my lease and business stuff is through my business name, man. It's in my truck, all of that, my insurance, all of that. It's in my business name. Yeah, man. Yeah, a lot of these used truck dealers, they got some good warranties on their truck, man. They cover bumper to bumper, and a lot of them trucks, you know, they got 400,000 miles on them, 350,000 miles on them. They still got factory warranties on them. So I would consider going to a truck dealer. I would consider that. You know, I would consider that. I would go down there and fill out a credit application and see what they say. If they want you to put some money down, if it's more than $5,000, if they require you more than $5,000 to put down, I kind of be like, nah, because you can go lease a truck with no money down. You know what I'm saying? So it's a business decision. You gotta look at it. It's like, okay, if you got 5,000 and 5,000 is all your money, I wouldn't put all your money down on that one truck. You know what I'm saying? I would keep the 5,000 and go lease a truck. So it just depends on how you look at it. Man, this live stream is 1 hour and 15 minutes, man. But I appreciate all y'all asking all these questions, man. After you leave, I just be down here in the southeast, man. I just be down here in the southeast. I run Alabama, Georgia, Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina, and a little bit of Tennessee, just a little bit. So that's my running lane. So any of y'all might see me out here running around. So I run I-20, I-65. I go up to Memphis every now and then. Up and down 85. I go 85, I-77, 95, 16, I-10. Yeah, I mean, I run in the southeast, man. And once you come down in the southeast and them loads start popping up, you just link them together. And you just make your money and go home. So that's pretty much where I run at. But you recommended me to Trucking Pro. Email me at jhtrucking45@gmail.com. What's a good way to rebuild your paydex? You got to get some vendor accounts and pay them on time. That's basically what you got to do. It's going to take a lot of time, because if you messed up your paydex and your paydex is below 80, it's going to be very hard for you. Because with business credit, once you got a bad business credit score, it's hard to get that damn thing up. Once you late a couple times, it's going to be very hard for you to get it up. But I would say it'd probably take you a good 6 months to a year to get that score up. But you just got to buy some stuff with a vendor and pay the bill. Buy some stuff with a vendor, pay the bill. Buy some stuff with a vendor, pay the bill. So it's just that simple. Usually I buy something, I'll wait about 20 days and pay it. So, you know, you spend about a couple $100 between all these vendors out here, pay the bill. Um, you'll be amazed all these companies out here that's got a net 30 account. But yeah, man, I'm about to get off here, man. This live stream is an hour and 20 minutes. It's an hour and 20 minutes. But yeah, man, if any of y'all got questions about trucking, real estate, investing, whatever, you can email me at jhtrucking45@gmail.com. I appreciate y'all watching my videos, man. I'll see y'all next time.